Hi everyone, my name is Quirine and I'm from Holland. At the moment I am training to become a long distance hiker. Always loved walks, going for a hike, always done. This is actually going to be our first several day hike. And we're going to do that in Scotland and enjoy the West Highland Way. I've been to Scotland several times before. But this is actually going to be our first hike and it's very exciting. And at this holiday I'm going to take my husband and our Chihuahua. He is called Pascal, and people now are just going to say, what, you take a Chihuahua? But I'm going to introduce him to you by this little video, and then you see he is not an ordinary Chihuahua who is being carried all over, but he is a Chihuahua like any other dog, and likes to roll around in horse manure and likes to smell really, really bad. So here you're going to see him. Now you've met my dog, who we're going to take. And now I want to tell you a little bit about why we are going to do this, why we are going to do the West Highland Way. I have struggled with my health for 10 years at least now. And I've had some severe therapy over the past year and getting to know myself a little bit better and strengthening up, and now I want to get to know my body again and deal with my anxiety, and walking is proven to be the best medicine for me, which leads to, of course, a several day hike in Scotland because I love Scotland and always dreamed about going there again. This is our chance and we're going to do it really, really right, and practicing is everything to me. Because my body is still not the fittest, I have to prepare more maybe than any other person, but that's why I am the best person for the job, to tell you all what is the best way to prepare for a several day hike. So going for a long distance hike is not like going for an ordinary walk. It is completely different because for a few days you're only going to be relying on your backpack, and everything that you need has to be in that. And it is so different because you're carrying this weight on your shoulders, which is for me pretty hard. So I can imagine that there are other people who might have some issues with that. And so I am a very outdoorsy person. I have dogs. Actually, Pascal is not my only Chihuahua. We have another one who doesn't like hiking all that much, but that's why we don't take him. I have horses, 3 of them, and so I spend a lot of my days, I spend them outside. So I thought that going for a several day hike would be pretty easy for me because I'm already outdoors a lot. But it has proven to be quite a bit of a challenge, and that's why I'm preparing a lot. I am hiking at least 3 days a week right now. I'm building it up, and that's also why I am learning so much about it, and I want to tell you so much more. First tip that I can give you is choose your gear, and choose your gear wisely. Know what it is you want to do. If you want to go, say the lesson, just say for now you want to go and hike the West Highland Way. How do you want to do this? Do you want to stay overnight in a tent, go wild camping, or do you want to eat at all the diners you're going to get alongside on the road? This is not always an option. There are also businesses who offer you the entire holiday. You don't have to arrange anything. You sleep in a hotel or a hostel or whatever is available at the moment. You need a different backpack for it and maybe different gear. I don't know. But this is up to you. So decide this before you go into buying stuff. Another thing that is really important to me and my husband is the eco-friendly oven company. And this, I have noticed that this is sometimes a bit hard to find good stuff, but not always. There are very good brands nowadays that mark eco-friendliness and have good conditions in their factories. So the products you buy are fair, and good brands who do this are something like Jack Wolfskin or Vod. Big fan of that. So I can recommend you these brands if you also like to care about the environment a little bit more. And if you do that, just always fit your stuff and choose something that you can walk on or hike in for days, especially your backpack. If you have a backpack that doesn't suit you, if it walks around, if you have to walk around like a zombie, you're not going to enjoy your holiday. And this is the most important thing, that you enjoy yourself. So the second tip I am going to give you is just go hiking. To practice for our several day hike, I am now getting out and about for 3 days a week. I'm taking my backpack, strapping it on, and just go hiking. I have started with doing 4 kilometers per day, and I have built this up for 2 kilometers, adding 2 more kilometers. Sorry, it's a really weird word in English. Don't know what kilometers is about in miles, so you have to look that up. But I'm building it up with 2 kilometers a week. So I am learning how to use my body, using my gear in every bit, because I'm carrying my backpack, and my back and especially my shoulders are already getting used to carrying this weight around. And I do this especially because I want to enjoy my holiday when I go to Scotland later on, and I don't want to feel, I mean, it's normal to feel a little bit pain, or some days are going to be harder than others, and that's all okay. But I just want to get used to my gear and be able to walk and get used to that and lifting all this weight around. And if you go hiking, just don't always take the flat road. Just go wherever you can go, and go out in every type of weather you want. Go out in the rain, go out in sunshine, go out in snow or a harsh wind, whatever you can think of. And climb hills, go across the road, rocky grounds, the beach. You think about everything you can think of and just try it out. Feel how it walks and just do it, and see if you are going to be able to last a couple of days living out of your backpack. Next tip is get to know your gear. I've already told you I take my backpack hiking when I go for practice rounds, so I already know my backpack really well, how I need to strap it on, how it fits right to my body, and then how it suits me just fine. But also you can practice about cooking, using your cooking equipment, using your sleeping bag or your sleeping mattress, putting up your tent, pitch it up a few times, maybe sleep in it once or several days, whatever you like or prefer, but just use them. Use your walking poles and all of the gear you are going to take on a several day hike. Don't let it come as a surprise when you're out there and you have to survive on that. I mean, going on the West Highland Way, you are sometimes a bit remote from the world, and Scotland doesn't seem like a remote country maybe sometimes, but just be safe, get to know your stuff, and be sure you can handle it. Another tip about something that is really important: know where you're going. Learn about your area, buy a map, learn how a compass works so you can't get lost. I mean, the West Highland Way is supposed to be really well marked and say you cannot get lost, but it's always safer to know how a compass works for when you're out there and you get lost because you're have gone off the road or whatever circumstance you can think of. Also, Scottish weather, it can be a bit unpredictable, especially when you're up in the hills. Learn about this, learn the signs of when maybe things like fog are coming, or when you're walking in these open glens. What are you going to do when the rain hits and you are just walking out there unprotected, unshielded? Learn what it is you're supposed to do, what is you're going to do when someone gets hurt. You never know. Always take your first aid kit. And I have just bought this map. Don't know if you can see it. It's very convenient. West Highland Way, you see it, but it is of the Harvey collection, and I find it very, very well. You can see everything on this, where there are shops, where there are water points, where there is a hotel or a campsite or a hostel, whatever. So very definite tip: buy a good map, and so you go on the road prepared. These were my first few tips for hiking the West Highland Way or any other long distance walk you may be planning on doing. I'm very excited about going, and I'll keep you posted here. I'm planning to do a lot more videos about going for long distance hikes. So if you want to keep up to date or learn more simply about hiking and several equipments, I'm going to post more about it, and so subscribe to my channel, and thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.